The mysterious message. He was sitting in his room staring at his phone. Nothing seemed out of the ordinary, until a message appeared from her. Her name lit up on the screen in bright blue. "Hi, can we talk?" it read. He felt his heart tighten. They hadn't spoken for over a week. What started as a small argument had now grown into a silent wall between them. He didn't reply immediately. Every thought about the message twisted into a storm in his mind. Why is she texting? What happened? Could this be the end? Finally, he typed, "Okay, we can talk. Where?" Her response came almost instantly. "At the old cafe by the river, I'll be waiting." He knew the place. It was where they had first met, and memories flooded back instantly. Laughter, accidental touches, the first, "I love you." But this time, he felt something different. Tension, fear, and hope. When he arrived at the cafe, she was sitting at a table by the window. Her face was a mix of emotions, sadness, worry, and something deeper, unexplainable. He sat across from her, unsure how to begin. Silence stretched for a second that felt like an eternity. I didn't know how to say this," she finally spoke, not looking away from his eyes. He felt his heart beat faster. He knew this message would change everything, but exactly how, he had no idea. She took a deep breath and then pulled a small box from her bag. "I don't know how to start, but you need to see this." Her voice trembled. He felt his heart tighten. He had no idea what could be inside. As she slowly opened the box, he saw an old flash drive. "This?" he whispered, unsure if he really wanted to know the truth. She nodded. "You have to see it yourself, but don't look all at once. You need to understand who I really am." A chill ran down his spine. He felt that behind this simple object, there was something far darker than he could imagine. She lifted her eyes to his and immediately looked away, as if ashamed of her own emotions. "I was afraid you wouldn't understand." He took the flash drive, and at that moment, a strange sound echoed from the street. Barely audible, but disturbing. He looked around. No one was there. When he turned back to her, she was staring into the void, and in her eyes, he saw fear. Fear that she knew more than she could say. "What's inside?" he whispered. She remained silent, then said softly, "You'll find out, but be ready. This will change everything between us forever." He realized that something had shifted, not just their relationship, but something dark and mysterious had just entered their lives. She stood up, looked him in the eyes one last time, and left the cafe silently, leaving him alone with the flash drive, and a feeling that what was about to happen would change everything. He sat alone in the cafe, holding the flash drive, his heart pounding. A mix of fear and curiosity swirled inside him. Finally, he stood and plugged the drive into his laptop. A file appeared on the screen with the title, "The Truth About Us." He clicked it. The first frame showed a photo of the two of them in the old park where they had first met. But then the images shifted to strange, unsettling scenes. Shadowy figures, hidden documents, phone recordings. A cold shiver ran down his spine. Then a message appeared. "I was always afraid you'd find out. But now you know the truth." He turned, and she was standing in the doorway, a dark shadow falling across her face. "What are you talking about?" he whispered. She gave him a look he would never forget, a mixture of guilt, fear, and determination. "What we've been through, it wasn't by chance, and what you see is only the beginning. If you want to stay with me, you must choose. Stay in the world you know, or step with me into something you could never imagine." He froze. His hands trembled. He realized, from this moment on, nothing would ever be the same. And the only thing he could do was accept the challenge, or lose her forever. The laptop screen flashed one last image, her shadowed figure walking into the darkness, and he felt it. This was the beginning of something that would change their lives forever.